Hi, I'm Tom from Blink-182, and I'm going to be on Loveline coming up next.
Hi, I'm Dr. Drew. Loveline is a show about love and relationships from an adult perspective. We talk about mature subject matter and answer questions about sex, health, and many interpersonal issues. This is a show for adult viewers.
Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content.
Loveline. Viewer discretion advised.
Hey, welcome to Loveline with tonight's special guest, Blink-182. And now, here they are, Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
The magic of TV is Drew and I have seen each other 9 hours a day for the last 20 days in a row.
Yes.
But when we walk out on stage, we go, hey, it's Drew, I want to kill him.
Not really there. Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
All right, well, let's get this over with. What do you say?
Yeah, sounds
Hey, it's a good thing I brought my Blink-182 CD because there's 5 other Blink-182 CDs out here. All right, let's get the show fired up. It is Loveline. Welcome. I'm Adam Carolla. This is Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician, an addiction medicine specialist, and let's get it going by bringing out Diane Farr. Diane? All right, so here's a little rundown, a Loveline itinerary, if you will. We're going to go to the audience for some questions, then we're going to go to the phones and take some calls, then we're going to go to the Intel system, which is out at Sega City, and then we're going to do this via phone thing, which is like a camera and a phone, and we send it out all over the country, and we get our questions that way. Also, we have Blink-182 coming in here in a little bit.
Right.
We had these guys on the radio a few months back, and they got a good twisted sense of humor, so it'll fit in perfectly here for Loveline.
Yeah.
A lot of caca jokes, which is good. All right, let's go out to the audience and speak to Adam. Adam?
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, I was dating a girl for a few weeks, and we were having sex after about 3 or 4 weeks, and something strange kind of happened. It's never happened before. When she orgasmed, a large amount of fluid came out of her body, and
Right.
it felt like, you know, like her bladder just opened up, and she just
You've never
did
heard
that
of
on
this?
me.
Never heard of this before?
Well, it never happened to me before.
I
Nobody ever
orgasm,
told
a
me
little
about
poof
it
of
before.
dust comes out. That's
Because you've expelled all the fluid.
it. That's right. It's just, you know, it's like powdered milk.
Some women normally will produce a large quantity of fluid. Some women actually have incontinence. They can actually evacuate their bladder at that point. That's the less common situation. Mostly it is just that there is a potential of the glands in and around the vagina to produce a lot of fluid. And for some women it's quite substantial.
Is this, you know, a lot of the biological traits that we have as humans or just any animal were remnants from days gone in the past.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Where are you going?
cactuses have the
Where's it going?
little spines on them so animals won't, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Is there something here?
I mean, is there
is this
some evolutionary advantage to having this product?
Yeah, it could like ward off bad boyfriends or something. I mean,
I don't know, but it can be normal. It's something that.
But basically, was it urine? Is that what it was?
Well, you should ask her. I mean, it probably wasn't. I mean, there is such a thing as something called.
only her hairdresser knows for sure.
I mean, the deal is you're close enough to have sex with her. You should be close enough to talk about the experience with her, I would think. And,
well.
there is something called female orgasmic incontinence, but really it's the less common thing, as I understand.
It is.
Yeah, the more
Okay.
common thing is just a female. Some people call it female ejaculation, but it's a normal phenomenon.
Thank you very much. You're a brave soul. Now sit down and towel off.
Have you ever had this experience, or have you ever had this experience?
No, not personally, but
Any friends, or?
yeah, I have women that have said different things about different types of how fluid they are, or the whole KY jelly thing, or whatever, if they're not, or blah, blah, blah. I think it varies
This is
tremendously.
a little different than lubrication, though. This is actually, I mean,
It's not all linked into the same thing, though?
it may be some of the same glands, but it really is a substantial quantity of fluid can be produced. It freaks people out.
Never heard of it.
Until a woman can learn to fake that one, too. I haven't experienced
I can imagine that.
Okay, but boy, there's someone I'd marry. All right, let's go to the igloo and speak to Scott, who's going to remain somewhat anonymous unless someone can pick his profile out later on today. Scott, what's your question?
Hey, I got this problem where when I have sex with a woman, every time we're having sex, right during the middle, I have stomach problems. I have to get up and rush to the restroom and do it. And I'm just kind of wondering if that's a problem with my prostate, or if it's what I went to a doctor and they said it's just nerves.
I think it is just what's called irritable bowel. I mean, it's similar to the nerve.
I had that last night in the radio studio, remember?
Oh yeah, I'll never forget. It was glorious. But look, there can be uncontrollable spasms of the bowel caused by anxiety and nervousness or excitability, this sort of thing. Do you have abdominal cramps generally? Do you ever get sort of crampy or nauseated?
Yeah.
Or intermittent diarrhea, constipation?
Yeah, that happened a lot when I was when I was like swimming in high school and stuff.
I mean, the deal is some people get headaches, some people get chest pain, and some people get irritable bowel. And you're one of the lucky guys that got the irritable bowel syndrome. And one of the sort of easy things you can do is increase your bulk intake. Bran, Citracel, Metamucil, that kind of thing might decrease some of this urgency.
Well, what I'm worried about is if it's nerves and whatnot, and the doctor's saying, well, it shouldn't happen when you meet, like, maybe perhaps the right one.
Well, I mean, that's the point. That's the other side of this, is that can you find a way to create an environment that's not so anxiety provoking?
Well, if you're with the right one, that
can make you more anxious.
It's going to make you more anxious.
Yeah. I've been dating her for like 2 months, and I'd like to tell her.
Well, where does she think you're going? To have a smoke, or when you get up and excuse yourself midway into the activities, where does she think you're going?
I'm sick, but we've only had sex 3 times, and that's the thing. It's like I don't want to just have sex 3 times with multiple women.
Right. Wait.
So,
this is Diane. Assuage this guy, or maybe it can't be.
You have to have this discussion with her. First of all, if she's going to run away from this, you don't want to be with her for very long anyway.
Right.
And if it's a situation that's uncomfortable, it's probably making it worse. So just have this discussion with her.
Would it bother you if some guy had this?
No, it's not controllable. There are many worse problems to deal with, and just have a discussion about it.
All right.
Big deal.
Good luck, Scott.
Yeah,
Take the
thank you.
bulk too. Metamucil.
I'll oftentimes roll myself in Metamucil before I get into bed, just like a veal cutlet,
Just be sure you do it before we get to the radio tonight, will you? I don't want to have an experience like last night.
If you see a big cloud of Metamucil, that means something went terribly wrong with the experiment, Drew. All right, let's go out to the audience. We're going to work something up for you tonight, Drew.
Oh, please.
All right, what's going on there, Mitch?
I've been seeing this girl for about 5 to 6 months now. She's a virgin, and that means a lot to her, and I respect that. But recently she did get on the pill, and I think she did this because she thinks that I think we're going to be together like forever.
Wait a minute. Did she tell you I got on the pill because I'm expecting that we're going to...
Yeah, we talked about it somewhat, and she's like, I'm ready. Which at first I was like, yeah.
But now that's putting so much pressure on you because she's saying, if we have sex, therefore you're the one.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Is that the issue here tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, she may never give you your penis back.
And
that is a lot of pressure, because you think as a guy, you think your first inclination is, let's just go out and see what we can get, and then if she's a virgin, that makes it much more exciting and challenging and everything, but then you realize...
it's a person. Oh my God.
Oh my God, permanent luggage.
Yeah. And she does mean a lot to me,
Look, Mitch is a great guy. I mean, you can say that by virtue of how he's managing this problem. First of all, he's
he could be gay, Mitch.
He's protected her feelings right across and respected her values. And now that it's time to go on in the relationship, he is doubting the kind of commitment that she expects him to be able to deliver.
All right, but here's what I would say. She's 20?
21.
21. Most younger women, when they become intimate with a guy, they become very involved with that guy anyway.
Yes.
Right.
Whether they take your virginity or
Yes,
not,
correct.
when they give themselves away to a guy at a young age, they usually become
Involved.
very involved.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen whether
And
he
they're
takes the
already
virginity or
involved.
not.
Right.
And they're already involved.
But it does add another level of intimacy. It really does.
And
Right.
I think in this situation also it adds a little bit because 21, I think, is somewhat old by certain standards today to
Yes, yeah.
wait. So if she's
She's
waited
20,
this
she's
long,
20.
she's waited a while, and it's
And that's
not
why he's so
off the
nervous
cuff.
about it. Here's what I think what she needs to understand is that men, it's an interesting phenomenon with men that it's less about, in terms of their choice to marry, who they're with, than about where they are in their life. You know, if a guy is not at the point in his life when he's ready to get married, it almost doesn't matter who he's with. Is that sort of where you're at?
Another aspect is one of my best friends is her cousin, and I don't want to, have sex with her, then break up with her type deal, because they're really close.
Then you have a family involvement.
Well,
but
friend, he might be.
It sounds like you're, thinking too many steps ahead.
I?
Yeah.
I mean, you do like her.
Yeah, and
You are
no,
sincere about her.
I am.
All right, so just approach it like you would approach any relationship where you were serious about, and don't make the virginity thing such a huge obstacle. It's going to end up breaking you apart.
But
There's too much
here's what he
pressure.
has to be and this is the hard part. You have to be totally honest with her, right? You see the risks of being totally honest? If you're totally honest, which is expressing to her your doubts and your ambivalence, it means A, she may leave because you're not clear that she's the one. B, you might not have a physical relationship, which is something you're looking forward to. C, it could just create a lot of conflict in your relationship. Look, that's what relationships are. I mean, this is the critical sort of element, the critical task in life is to be honest with ourselves and with the people important to us. Do you agree?
No, I totally agree. And if you're having the discussion, it may speed up the process whichever way it's going to go, which could save everybody a lot of pain. If she's going to get attached to you, whether she's a virgin or not, it doesn't matter.
But
if you express everything and are open about it,
you can't be faulted.
Mitch, you're totally confused because you're getting a litany of horrible advice. Am I right, Mitch?
Come on. All right, you wrap it up.
All right,
Go ahead.
let me wrap it up. You two, poor Mitch, you don't know what the hell to do.
What did you tell him to do?
Mitch is sincere about her.
Yes.
That's fine. Just continue on in the relationship, and let's not make the virginity, let's not make the hymen a big stumbling block. That's what I'm saying. Just don't make the hymen a barrier for you and her, Mitch. That's what I'm saying. Just move forward. You care about her. Your feelings are genuine. Continue on.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, let's go to the bar. I wish I was going to the bar, actually. We'll speak to Mike, who's over there and 26 years old. Mike?
Oh, yes. Recently I went to a chiropractor. It was a woman chiropractor, by the way. And I went there for the flu, and after the last 2 adjustments, I achieved an erection for over an hour. I was wondering if this was due to coincidence, or was there a medical scientific fact behind
Something about the way the spinal.
Wait a minute, I got a feeling here. Was she Asian? One of those little Asian women?
Why?
Did she soap you up real good, or?
No, she was older, like 45.
Okay.
oh, so then she's just...
That's just plain a hunch.
So it's very interesting. I mean, you probably have to ask the chiropractor. I've never heard of this phenomena, but it makes sense to me that if it somehow altered the sympathetic flow of that region of the pelvis, did she adjust the lumbar region?
I believe she adjusted my parasympathetic system.
Well, correct. The parasympathetic system is what causes the erection. But the point is that the autonomic nervous system can be affected, I imagine, by manipulations there. I've never heard of that happening, and it makes some sense. Certainly can happen through other kinds of, I'm trying to think of acupuncture and that sort of thing can do it. I suspect it can. But I've never heard of that, and certainly I don't imagine it's going to do much
I think
for the
you can
flu.
do it snowboarding, too, if you like clip a pine tree or something.
That's true. I mean, there are certain things,
it
certain
is?
sort of states of stimulation that can inadvertently cause this phenomenon. There's certain medication that will cause it, too.
All right, so I'm not totally clear on what
I don't know what his question is exactly. His question is something wrong with him?
My question is that my doctor has seen my erection, and I'm wondering if she just accepts the fact.
Did she charge you half price?
Or
okay. All right, I had to squeeze that one in. I'm sorry, Mike. She's seen your erection.
I'm wondering if she just accepts the fact that it's happened to other patients, or, you know, she thinks that I'm sexually turned on by her.
Well, look, if this is a professional, regardless, it's, for instance, a gynecologist sometimes have to deal with arousal. Sometimes doctors have to deal with patients who become infatuated with them. This is part of being a professional and maintaining appropriate boundaries. If it's something that passed without incident, I'm sure that's it. It's a done deal. If it's something that troubled, that caused trouble in the relationship, I'm certainly the professional to bring it up.
They see everything. I mean, they work on hundreds of hopped-up, horny guys every day. This stuff happens all the time. She didn't make a mention of it at the time, and you know, she's just letting it go by.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's a non-issue until you bring it up again, in which case it becomes an issue. So don't bring it up.
Correct.
All right. All right. If you have one now at the bar, we don't want to know about it.
Let's go to Christina. Christina and Vanessa. Christina, what's going on? Ladies?
Hi. We're Daddy's girls, and last week my dad called and shocked us with the news that he's getting married to a woman that we don't even get to meet or don't even know.
Sisters.
Yes.
So we're wondering how we can stop this marriage from affecting our relationship with our dad like it did with our mom.
Wow.
Wait, you threw a lot of info in there.
Yeah.
Where's Mom?
They got divorced 1.5 years ago, and she immediately started a new relationship. And because of that, we kind of, I think subconsciously, just sheltered ourselves from her. You know, we didn't, you know, we go home, we eat, we sleep, and then we're gone.
You're angry with her for trying to replace Dad.
I think so. We put a little blame there.
For the breakup.
Yes.
And so what's going on? And you don't want Dad to become involved, and you start blaming him.
We're jealous. He's our daddy.
Well, they're just jealous. They're jealous. That's all.
And see, we're moving up there in 2 months to live with him again. So.
And you hate the stepmom.
Well, we don't even know her. We've never met her.
You want her out.
Yeah. We don't know how to deal with her being there.
Have you met her?
No.
Have you talked to her?
Never.
The stepmom's the one that's going to have to be prepared for this, and God knows how this is going to rear itself in the course of your new family life.
And why are you moving in with him and them?
We just made the decision to move back to Washington. That's where he lives.
Do you think I mean, are you going to be there for a few years and then move out, or are you looking to, you know, get an apartment or whatever?
I'm going to graduate high school there and then move out to college.
You're still young.
Oh, okay.
So I would think your best bet going up there is if you've addressed this with your dad, he might have addressed it with his future wife. If you try to be as accepting as possible, this woman is not going to want to reject either of you, and I'm sure she's aware of your relationship to your dad. If you go in it with the best possible case scenario in your head that it could work out, you'll get the best situation out of it.
I agree, and don't act out. You understand what I'm saying? Don't take this out on yourselves. Keep expressing it in the family setting, and hopefully you'll get over it.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right. I can... You know, most of the time the step-parents turn out to be a big pain in the ass. But in this case, I think I can see the stepmother being just Mother Teresa.
Right.
And having these two tag team her. Probably...
victimize
Yeah, don't give her a break. And remember, she's the link to Dad's happiness as well.
Right.
So screw with him, and you'll screw with her, and you screw with
They're
him.
fine.
All right. You guys got no problems.
A refreshing problem.
Yes. We're going to go to break, and when we come back, Blink 182 will be with us.
Playing a surprise gig tonight at Club Soda. Rhymes with Boo-Hoo.
You too? In Kalamazoo? No way. How'd you find out?
I have my sources. They're stopping here on the way to Chicago.
MTV Online. Clicked on local, huh?
Cha-ching.
Where's the beat? Click on local at MTV Online. No scene is ever too local.
You can call us.
One of them. I used to pretend that I was one of the Transformers, but anyway.
I used to actually fantasize about you being one of the Transformers. All right, so he wants you to get in these outfits.
What's your question?
Well, one time he asked me to dress up like his mother, and it really grossed me out. But
wait a minute, is this Mother Shira?
No.
No. Okay.
I mean, does this mean he likes his mother or what?
Well, yeah, I guess.
I don't even know it's interesting that these sorts of fetishes are often. This is. I'm in the territory.
I draw the line at Mom, by the way. No, but you're this is Wonder Woman and all that.
This is sort of outside of my expertise and my area of training, but there are theories that that some of this is a repudiation of feminine parts of himself. And so he really is it's sort of a hostile acting out against these fetishes. And part of it has to do with Mom, certainly. So.
Could it also be if Mom was particularly controlling
or
religious?
This is actually, in some theories, called the phallic female. These sort of domineering females that are very masculine. And
wait a minute, I rented that.
I'm afraid of that.
Oh, that wasn't right at all either. Don't do it, guys.
But I mean, the fact that otherwise the relationship going okay?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's a fetish, and be careful. It's it always concerns me. It tends to typically be sort of an aggressive acting out, and it's a part of him that sort of he hasn't reconciled yet, and it keeps him potentially out of the intimacy of the relationship, at least to a limited extent.
All right, well, here's the way to correct this. I know you think therapy's going to help, but I have a much faster way. Next time he wants you to dress like his mom, you have him dress like your dad, and then you can have nice, wholesome sex. You know what I'm saying, Drew?
Like his dad.
Like his dad, yeah. Not your dad. Yeah, that'd be cheating. Or you have him dress like your mom, and you have a weird lesbian encounter.
How about she dresses up like him, and then he can have sex with himself?
That is
brilliant. Oh, what glorious and helpful advice we're giving tonight. That's great.
Chuck.
Hi.
Hey.
I've been going out with this girl for about several months now, and recently I cheated on her with another guy I met at a club about a month ago. And I found out from a mutual friend that she'd also been cheating on me. It turned out to be the same guy.
Oh, boy.
Wait,
so he cheated on you cheated on her with a guy.
Got something to write
She cheated on me with the same guy.
Right. Boy, this guy's getting a lot.
Yeah. How did you find that out?
A mutual friend told me that she's friends with both of us, and she just, I guess, thought I had the right to know, so she told me.
Wait, I lost it. How did you find out?
A friend of both of ours, a mutual friend between the three of us.
Told you when you asked him. And what about her?
She told me that she had also been cheating on me with this same guy.
All right, Drew, listen. Okay. We can't sort this out right now, but we are going to sort this out right after we take a look at a Blink 182 video. Oh, damn it. Is here, and later on we'll be going out to Sega City to talk to some young, confused, crab-ridden teenager. All right.
There it is.
Oh, there they are, yes. You can see them hopping around. When we left off, we're speaking of Chuck. Chuck has a slightly convoluted story about he
and his girlfriend slept with the same guy, right?
That's correct, yeah.
How trustworthy is the friend that filled you in on this?
I don't know. I haven't really had a chance to experience her trust. I've only known her for about 2 months.
The friend.
Seems to be kind of trustworthy.
Are you talking about the girlfriend or the friend that informed you?
The friend that informed is who I.
How much can you trust your source? Is what
I trust her pretty well. She's a good friend.
Okay.
Have you talked to your girlfriend about it?
About the other guy?
Yeah.
She doesn't know that I know. and she doesn't know that I've been sleeping with him.
Right. All right, so what is your question for us?
Well, I've been kind of thinking about having a threesome.
Oh, no.
Hey,
Very
get the
simple.
guy a break.
That's nonsense.
What? He's 18, he's confused, his penis is confused.
Yes. Should we add to that confusion?
Well,
Add some
we
more
could
chaos
try to
it?
help him by...
Well, let's even ask these guys.
Yeah.
I've read your guys' manifesto. Have you heard their manifesto?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where'd you
Why
guys
don't you
meet
share
now?
your manifesto?
What, anything with the human body's funny?
Right, that was part of it.
And the second part is masturbate a lot.
Uh-huh.
We met at a proctologist camp.
Right, I'm suing these guys.
I understand that. I'm aware of that. But
I was wondering where my manifesto was.
These guys, even these guys, do you think this guy's...
If that was me, I wouldn't want to be. I think it's. See, this is weird because we have 4 guys that know nothing about these questions. We have you that. I mean, you look at it from perspective.
Hang on. I want your perspective. How would you, if you were in this situation?
If I was in that situation.
Go ahead, talk to the
I
girlfriend.
don't know. I wouldn't want to.
Ask the girlfriend up front and get her all like...
So you try to reconcile the relationship?
No, I mean, just ask her up front and
He
make sure
probably
she's being
doesn't.
honest.
He probably doesn't want anything to do with the
reconcile
relationship because he already went to that guy.
So he just wants. He just
Right,
wants to-
obviously the relationship with his girlfriend isn't what's important with him if he's sleeping with other people.
All right. True.
And it's our position to mock him.
But do you think that it's appropriate for him then to bring these other 2 people into a more chaotic proximity with
No,
him?
but they're all screwed up. Why can't they all just get naked and be screwed up together? I think is what the band is saying.
It's going to be more trouble than it's worth, but you know, if that's his thing and he wants to have a good time, he's still young. He's got time to straighten out his life.
All right, so be it. But here's my position on this. That there's 2 issues here. Either he's acting out something pretty serious. I mean, he's a very confused young man who, by bringing more chaos into his life, is going to harm himself more, put himself at risk for diseases, and bring more pain into his life. If he's caring about this relationship, he gives one molecule about this relationship. He's going to destroy it by...
Well, a threesome never solved anybody's problems.
Absolutely never.
Boy, I wish I'd at least tried to solve a problem or 2 that way. Really. All right, we're going to the Via phone, which is, where's
Carbondale, Illinois, wherever the hell that is.
Oh, that's my hometown. Meg?
Yes?
You're 23. What's your question?
I've been in a relationship with a man for about 6 months now, and we have a great sex life, but he's made a little request. He'd like for me to masturbate in front of him, and I just can't bring myself to do that.
We have so much to say in so little time.
Go ahead, guys.
You really need to do that.
It's just...
Just so I understand, why?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. First of all, as a guy, that would be my favorite thing in the whole world to ever see. I would love to see that.
Why? Just curious.
Just,
it's
I'm twisted or something?
Okay.
I don't know. But,
honest enough.
And also, I had a lot of talks with my mom about this. She thinks that women should definitely masturbate. And if you're masturbating in front of your boyfriend, then you can tell him what feels good for you or what you like, or
okay. All right, that makes sense.
And just kind of cruise him along the primrose path.
That's super good and all, but it all boils down to it is just totally rad. I mean, it's just no other reason. It's
totally rad.
A huge
It should go without saying. It's just like naked girls. I mean, you know. Why do you like naked girls?
Hey,
well, it is the dream of every young lad to get a young woman to do something while she's naked.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm just going to pretend there's a proscenium here.
He's pulling himself out of his hole.
I get the feeling that maybe Meg isn't up for this. Meg?
Yeah?
Are you up
I don't know,
for
you
this?
guys kind of persuade me a little bit.
Do you feel comfortable with your boyfriend completely?
Yes, I do.
You're not comfortable with it.
Do you masturbate alone?
You're on national TV, remind me.
It looks like you're in a spaceship. It's fine. We can't make it that clear.
I'll just keep that to myself.
If you are not doing this alone, you're not going to be comfortable doing it in front of him. If it's something you want to experiment at, see how you feel about it alone.
I think it's safe to say she does it alone.
All right.
But it's something that she is sufficiently uncomfortable with that she can't even discuss it. It's a private thing for her.
Maybe that'd be good then, to do that in front of someone else.
To me, it seems a little intrusive and a little bit aggressive for him to require this.
I have a question for you, though.
But he doesn't require it. It's a request. They're in a relationship.
Diana, have you ever been asked anything like this?
Have I been asked? Yeah. But where I'm at and where she's at may not be the same place. So
I think Mark just asked her backstage about 20 minutes ago, actually.
But if someone's making a request to you, I don't personally think that's a bad thing, because if he has this desire and he's sharing it with you, he's sharing it with you. He's not going to look down on you for it. He's not going to condone you or judge you for it. If he was taking the desire someplace else, you'd have something to worry about.
Or if you're forcing it upon her.
Or if he's forcing it upon you. If you can get to the point where you're comfortable with it, go there.
And if not?
Say no thanks.
Ring it up. If you're not into it, ring it up.
All right, Meg? We support you.
I guarantee if she does start doing it for him, and I know how guys work, we have to keep upping the ante.
All right, Stacy, 18 San Diego. I went off to college, email. I went off to college this year, and I wanted to become popular. The way I did this was by sleeping around. The first night I had sex with 4 guys. By the end of the first week, I had slept with 18 guys. 18 different guys. I only used protection with 3.
Well, the problem here,
Wait. Okay. Stacy, you there? Stacy?
Yes.
I can barely hear you.
All right, well, she's weak. Stacey, here's the deal. We got to go to break. I want you to lie down and get some fluids in you.
I think that's already taken care of.
Something out of you. Please, this is a family show. We'll go out, watch a little more Blink-182, and we'll be back to tackle your tough, amorous questions.
Heart is pounding. In 5 seconds, the music will draw you to the hands of 100 screaming souls. 5, 4, 3, 2, jump. The Dave Matthews Band, Green Day, Van Halen, Prodigy, Matchbox 20, Hanson in concert. Live from the 10 Spot returns to MTV. It all begins April 10th.
To be in our audience, call us at 2-1.
When people make up calls and try to pull stuff over on us.
Wreck the fantasy.
Well, but that's the point.
People can't believe you, San Diego.
I know.
People's behavior is actually pretty predictable.
They're going to enroll at Palomar.
If it doesn't make sense, if it really doesn't add up, it's because it's not really happening.
They could be afraid to tell some info, which might be
right. Yeah, I don't know if it's bogus or if they're just scared and not talking, or they're not telling you, or they're spicing it up. Or
he's quitting the band and going back to college.
Yeah, I'm going back to college now.
All right.
No laugh from the audience either.
Come on.
Hey, where's that button?
Come on, where's the applause for the stupid guy button?
All right. I want to thank Blink-182 for coming in tonight. I want to thank Diane Farr for doing a wonderful job as usual and getting her claws out for that last claw.
Yeah.
Last claw?
Last call.
That's the Japanese pronunciation of call. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying Mahawo.